Da da dum dee dee da dum.
Hi to everybody. I've been going rather slow these days. I had another round of COVID of all things, so I've been pretty much out of commission for the last 10 days and just starting to come back. And just want to do a post today, and this might be rather short, but I was thinking about this one tune that I wrote some years ago, which is called Rushin Dressing, as in rushing dressing. Rushin Dressing. And what I like about this tune, which I always liked about this tune, was just it's a little experiment at the same time that it's a melodic little piece. It's a reel, but as you know, in a reel, let's say you have 4/8 notes and 4/8 notes in a measure. And what's nice about this tune is that they get broken up differently. So rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They get broken up with this little tug of doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, which makes 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And during this tune, there's a nice mix of, not a huge mix, mostly, well, the entire second part is made up of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The first part of the tune has a measure of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, being a measure, followed by a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me see if I'm right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's the tune. We'll talk about it on the other end. So kind of crazy. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And for me to do good with this tune, I find that with my feet, I'm pretty much going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So I'm tapping for the first 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that I start, it's this kind of feel, especially in that second part where you just really get to stick with that. So the only time it's really tricky is in the first part, which I didn't even realize that I actually split it up that much, but I'm starting with da 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 dee da da, and then I'm almost with my foot going da 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 da. 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and that's 8 beats. Yeah, so it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. And let me do that again. So it's going to be 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. And then when I continue the first part, da da da, it's a triplet, da da da, 2 8th notes, da 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 da, da 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 dee da da, da 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 da. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Interesting, and I can't really tell you why I was laying this tune out this way, but I'm sure that I was influenced by anything that played with the beat, and that would include Balkan music. It would include American old-time music. It would include things like even that Riverdance was doing, where they were playing with these beats, and mixing up the measures so that you have 8th notes, but depending on how you push. I did the same thing with another tune maybe a few years later, and playing with that. You could even go 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2, or go 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. And this one happens to be 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 when it's odd like that. And then there's lots of falling back to like an Irish rhythm where you're really going 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and you're actually kind of treating them as if you're on the beat. So instead of that Irish thing of kind of easy on the first beat of a group of 4, and then start into the second note and rush into the third note and kind of ease back on the 4th note, this tune is asking you to go 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, so that you're actually kind of on the beat, almost like a polka. So this tune, and I'll throw in the notes for it, and also throw in the recording of doing this on the album Double Play some years ago. It was the last track. I have no expectations that people ever get to the last tracks of albums, but a lot of times I check out the last track because it often is the experimental track. It's almost like you're giving yourself a chance to describe what might come next in your thinking. For us, it was pretty experimental track, and yeah, so you'll get to hear what John was able to do, John Doyle was able to do with the guitar, and you can see what you think of the whole track. I think I've described a couple of the tunes on there before, but this anyway is the first tune in that track. And I'm just going to play it one time through slowly. And as I've always said, if you actually put your fingers on things, you can learn a lot. And so here's that tune, which I played at the beginning. You can go back there. You can listen to the recording, but you can also hear this tune slowly. So if I choose a pace, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Here we go. right, give it a try.